Morning everyone. It's another day, another night away from home. See behind me, I'm currently in the Hague, which is a beautiful place ahead of the NATO summit next week. But having looked at a timer earlier today, we've got less than 48 days until we board the plane, and there's a lot to do. There's packing to think about, there are boxes all over the house, there's emails coming in left, right and centre, as some of you might have seen on Instagram yesterday, from the school to get them booked out of school. We've got all the paperwork in for their new school, we've got house monies paid for our property out in Mauritius, we've got a tenant coming round to look at our house next weekend to figure out what furniture I've got to dismantle. There's so much to be organised, and I've got 2 days away from home, but apart from the transactional stuff, it's another couple of days away from my family, and obviously going through what we're doing. I want to be around them and to support them. Occasionally, if I don't mind saying, our little one's had some tears around leaving friends. A really happy little girl, confident, but occasionally it strikes home with her what we're doing, and she's understandably going to miss her friends, so I don't like not being there to support her. And whilst, as I say, I'm in a beautiful place, I'm on my own. It's not all it's cracked up to be, despite what you might see on other social media platforms. Going away with work isn't all glamour, I can assure you. So yeah, just a short one today, just to say how I'm feeling, a little bit pressured in terms of everything we've got to sort, and not being around to be able to do that, trying to focus on a day job and still do a good job, as I have done for the past 20 years, but at the same time trying to balance one of the biggest things you're going to do in your life. And I likened it the other day when I was talking to family and indeed to my wife. It's like everything that you do in your life, you generally do sort of a bit at a time, be that getting married or getting a house or getting your kids into school, whatever it might be. Each bit's quite big and dramatic at the time, and we're trying to undo all of that in an instant. It feels like an instant. I know I've just said 48 days, but in a really short space of time we're trying to undo all of that and then redo it all again in a completely new place that we don't understand the cultures, some of the speed at which things happen, and yeah, it's a really difficult thing to juggle, as well as being a good dad and doing well at work. You know, it's a lot to juggle, but it's all good. We get in there. I've said all along, you can't do it all at once, you've got to do it one step at a time, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. But going back to the start, being away for sort of 2 days doesn't help, and it adds pressure to my wife, and I know my kids miss me as well. So looking forward to getting the work done today, business side done, and then flying home later tonight. Won't see the kids before they go to bed again, but I'll be there to greet them in the morning with a big cuddle. So keep subscribing. Please have a look at the opposite. If you're looking at this on Instagram, then have a look at my YouTube channel, and vice versa. If you're on YouTube, please look at the Insta. They're all in the bio of this vlog. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again soon. Take care. For the eagle-eyed amongst you, you might be noticing that I've got the same shirt on that I had in the last video, which is quite significant actually, because it demonstrates quite where we're at home. I've now got one wash, one wear in terms of my shirts. So and that's sort of how we're dealing with a lot of things, be it bedding or other bits and pieces around the house. That's where we're at, and it's adding a little bit to, oh my goodness, this bike's everywhere, adding to some of the complications of trying to get through daily life, but we're getting there. I also forgot to say that whilst I said about this place, you know, being away from home, not being with the family, all that's really bad, I did have some bitter ballen last night, which were incredible, and I thoroughly recommend it if you're ever in Holland. They're amazing, and the ice creams aren't too bad either. So there are pluses to coming away, but it doesn't really paper over the cracks of what we've got going on. But yeah, if you ever get out here, bitter ballen, ice cream, banging. Hi, so it's the end of my day out here in The Hague, and I wasn't going to record any other videos really today after recording some bits this morning, but I just thought it was important to just record a little bit of the roller coaster of life on these little journeys, because in short, I've had a really good day. I'm really fortunate in the work that I do. I get involved in some really interesting things that I still find fascinating after doing what I do for so long. I've met some amazing people from all over the world today. Been in some really cool places, seen some brilliant things, and I'm now walking back to get the plane. Can't wait to get home and see my family. But just reflecting on having, as I say, like a really cool day, and makes you just occasionally stand back and go, well, am I doing the right thing? I'm really fortunate. I'm not leaving all this because I've got a job that I hate, or you know, being made redundant or anything that obviously unfortunately happens to some people. So I'm doing this purely out of choice, and the choice is even more difficult when things are good sometimes. Yeah, I just wanted to reflect to show that it isn't you know, there's only one choice in this. I could, you know, feasibly just, you know, can it all and carry on doing what I'm doing, and I'm quite happy at that. But I just, regardless of all the good stuff that you get to do and people you get to meet, after you've done it for a little while, it becomes your norm, and I think it's very easy to just stick in that norm, and people sometimes call your comfort zone, especially if that's enjoyable. But I think life's all about like new experiences, and the reason that you know, while I'm doing this, but also throughout my life so far, I've sort of hopped around different roles and bits that I've done, is because I'm constantly craving the next thing, the next, you know, thing to keep me feeling alive. And that for me is that new experiences and the meeting the new people, and that's the bit that I found so good about today, really, is not necessarily the physical work I'm doing, but it's the people that I meet and talking to them about their life and their experiences, and discovering new things along the way. So I think, as I say, it's quite a good reflection point, really, that you've got to find what motivates you and what it is that you enjoy doing, and then that has actually re-emphasised to me why I'm now making this jump to Mauritius, because it's this craving the new, the unknown, something I haven't experienced in my life, because life is about living, and for me that's about experiences rather than the things you have. And you know, I know it's different for everybody and people have got different perspectives on that, but that's what I need, and that's why I'm making this jump, and that's why, despite having the good, steady, exciting job that I've got, it doesn't matter, because life's bigger than that, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. So I just wanted to explain that to you a little bit, and that if you were to think of doing something like this, then you're going to have those times where you think, am I doing the right thing? And that's perfectly normal, but it's about analysing that thought and why you're feeling that way, and yeah, and making the decision that's right for you. So undoubtedly today has been excellent. Makes you think, why am I doing what I'm doing? But then in some ways it goes full circle and cements the reasons why. So yeah, that's my thought for this afternoon, and now back on a plane to go and see my beautiful little girls. So yeah, thanks.